All right, very late recap. I'm literally a month behind, bro. Like within the next 2 or 3 days, it's gonna be 2026. So very late, but this is week one of December 2025. A week recap. This was actually a great week compared to last year. December had very bad price action for me personally, but this year was definitely a little different. Of course, I've seen the entirety of the month already, so yeah, we're just gonna be recapping these past 4 weeks. Very, very late. Apologize for that. I've been procrastinating like crazy. I've also just been busy. It's been holiday weekend, so I've been with my family and whatnot. So yeah, um, let's go and get started. On December 1st, the first 2 days were the most beautiful days I've ever seen in my life, dude. It's oh my gosh, like I'll do anything to see days like these, like consistently. Um, yeah, Monday, December 1st. So we'll just head towards 9 a.m. Go ahead, give a quick overview. Let's see what targets. So the targets we have, let me go ahead and turn the drawings off or hide them so far. So coming off, starting the day, I automatically have my targets set in mind on this day, okay? You can see we have Asia and London stacked on top of each other, okay? Now, it's important to check this because when we see this, we have to be very careful to make sure that, ES didn't take Asia during London, so we don't have the S&T or anything. So, of course, you have to check ES, and we actually leave these session highs both on both pairs, so or assets. So this is a great sign that we could be bullish towards these highs. We also have equal highs right there, like a nice set of equal highs. So that's three targets. I guess you can say two with these session highs. But if we're counting everything, separately, you have Asia high, London high, and this or not 15 minutes. Sorry, this set of equal highs. I don't know what I was gonna say, but we do have an unmitigated 15-minute right there, as you can see, and we have an hourly as well, an unmitigated hourly, right there. So we have multiple targets stacked on top of each other, which essentially just give us our bias. Okay, we don't even really need to look at anything else. To know that this is where I really want to see price go for the day. Oh, my back. My back itches like crazy for some reason. Anyways, now I guess in terms of reversal points, let's see if we hit into any key levels right here. So nothing much at all in the 4 hour. Yeah, it doesn't look like much is going on here. Hourly, really nothing much is going on here as well. Yeah, so it doesn't look too great in terms of structure to see like a good reversal point. We're not really rejecting out of anything crazy. The only thing I could really see us like happening is us coming up, inversing this 15-minute here, and getting a continuation towards these highs, or resweeping any of these levels and then going along from there. So go ahead and play this out. We already know the trade that was taken, so there's really no need to act like we don't know what happened. So I think I'm just gonna do that instead of like replaying. I never really know how to truly go into these trade recaps, which is kind of annoying. I just do them differently. Sometimes I do a whole overview, sometimes I don't. But I don't know if we're gonna. Is this market open? Yeah. Okay, so market open. We come up. We probably have an S&T here or something like that. Never mind, we don't. I was just trying to. I don't know what I was trying to do. Anyways, price really doesn't give anything here. I mean, maybe we could have gone look for shorts towards these lows, but of course we already determined our bias is bullish up until these highs, and it's not to this point, right? We sweep this low here, we make an SMT at that low. ES has failed to take any of these lows out. We're just stacking lows. NQ took all these lows out, and see if we respected anything. So we did respect this 15-minute here. We probably have like a 5-minute as well that we tapped into. Yeah, this 5-minute also got respected. So we do have a sweep, we have an SMT, and we have a fair value gap behind this trade. So this reversal point is extremely valid. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't take this. Everything seems good. Really nothing else holding this back. We have great targets as well. So a break-even point. It's probably an unmitigated gap. Okay, maybe this 3-minute right there. There's really nothing else though, but we have a 30-second IFEG right there. Okay, another thing I like about this is we kind of hit this. Well, we kind of, I don't know if we respect that. I mean, we hit it in reverse, but it's not like we tapped it in reverse. We'll just ignore that for now. I mean, maybe at this internal high or something like that, I guess. You could have just went break even once you've seen displacement. But overall, this trade was amazing. We failed to hit these equal highs. We had a bit of a retracement, and then we end up running back up to those highs and those session highs right there. And then I guess we get another setup here. Let's see. I don't think I took this one. I just took this trade, and I was done for the day. But this was likely a continuation trade. So we don't get anything. Let's see. We hit this 5 minute here, and let's see why there's no trade marked up. So we hit the 5 minute here. There's probably a 30-second, but price just looks very choppy. If anything, it was a break even. We hit this high, and then we end up hitting stop loss. That's if there was a trade. I'm just giving a hypothetical there, but we do dip pretty low towards this 5 minute down. This more discounted 5 minute, and maintain that SMT right there, so that's great. This looks like it hit equilibrium. Let's see. So yeah, we hit EQ. We didn't quite hit OTE, which would have been nice, but well, maybe we do. Let's see. Okay, we actually do hit OTE here, respecting that 5 minute, and we do. It's not stacked like trendline liquidity, but it is a good amount of low resistance. It's just a bunch of shitty highs getting formed, so it looks nice if we would run this. And we also hit a great key level here. We hit a 5 minute as well as OTE, so that's great. I could have sworn I heard tapping. A clean 1 minute IFEG here. I don't think there's any other time frame. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, nothing else. So great displacement, great V shape. Great. This is a yes, this is a continuation model. What's the word for it though? The key level. I don't know. We'll just forget that. But anyways, great trade. Let's just play this out and move on to the next day. This looks like it would have been a break-even trade though. Yeah, this internal high gets hit. We have pretty good displacement here. If we come down lower, that's a great break-even point. This is a great trade. It just, I don't know, depending on what your break-even was, this could have been a win or a break-even. But yeah, for me, most likely break-even. I don't know. I didn't say it's. Anyways, next day. Dude, I'm so rusty with these recaps. I haven't done one of these in so long. Next day. Okay, where are we at? All right, Tuesday. This was an interesting day. I think we had like 3 trades. Yep. Okay, so this initial trade, not initial. I kind of screwed that pronunciation up a little bit, but it's whatever. So we have a 30-second IFEG once again. Basically, the trade was based off of, we do take these lows here. It looks better on the 1 minute. We sweep this low here. We tap into this unmitigated 5 minute, completely fill that 5 minute. We do have a very high time frame high up here. This is a great wick right there. I don't know if this is a data wick or what. That's crazy. But yeah, very prominent high. We have this recent high we can go break even at. And overall, just looks like a nice continuation model. We already took Asia. London looks like it just reversed, so this looks good for continuations. And yeah, we get a nice clean V shape, a 30-second IFEG off the bat, and this looks like it just went straight to TP, but it actually didn't, because again, this is a 30-second IFEG, and this is the 1 minute chart, so it's hard to tell. But we do hit this point, and not right when we hit this point in the same candle, we also hit this the daily high, because this is like the previous day high, whatever that is. And this would have, if we didn't go break even here, you definitely should have gone break even here. And right after we do that, as you can see, this candle right here does hit the break even point right there. So it's pretty unfortunate, but don't really care because I didn't take that trade. And I didn't take this trade either. I took the very last trade. But essentially what this trade is based off of is we have a 4-hour fair value gap unmitigated right there. So it looks like we can find a continuation model towards that. We tap into this 5-minute, and once we tap into it here, we don't really get much. I think we got like a 1-minute or a 30-second. I did not take it because price looked way too choppy. I wanted to see a very clean manipulation, like this. You know, I don't want to see something go like this with a little manipulation, right? I want to see very, very clear manipulation, and that's what we get right here. Okay, it's not this wick fest here. It's boom, and a very, very clean 2-candle. That's like 30 plus points. That's amazing. We have a nice fair value gap to inverse right there. Yeah, we just resweep this low as well. And then we have a 1-minute IFEG, equal highs up here, great break-even point, and then the unmitigated 4-hour as our final target for about a 1-to-1. And this does hit full TP. Wow, this looks great. And then next trade, let's see. This next trade is we sweep this low, okay? Sweep this low right here. We tap into the unmitigated 15-minute that we formed. Probably a 30-minute as well. Yes, sir. And I think we maintain this SMT as well and form another one actually. So ES comes and actually takes out 740 low, okay? And NQ does not because 740 is all the way down here. So yeah, we have another SMT right there. Let's see what the structure looks like on ES. Yes, also, okay, we made equal lows actually, so that didn't quite. We have that 4-hour that we tapped into, so that looks good. Another 30-second fair value or IFEG entry. Lots of those we're seeing recently, but I like this trade because we had a beautiful 5-minute and unmitigated 5-minute, which aligns perfectly. This is like the most perfect type of break-even point you can have because it's not too like close right here and it's not too far up. It's just perfect, right? And why am I tweaking? Okay, there we go. I was clicking the wrong button. Yeah, great continuation. Even though we already got that here, there's really not much to aim for besides these highs. I think what made this trade up the most was because we had a great break-even point. We have a great continuation / reversal point, and that SMT, of course, and it just aligned up, aligned pretty well. And I think this is also either EQ or OTE. Yep, once again, OTE. This is just perfect, dude. Like it cannot get any better than this, bro. It cannot. I don't know what else you could even ask for. This is just back-to-back days, beautiful price action. Just, dude, I'm speechless. But yeah, we kind of chop up around the entry point, and then we end up get flowing right there. So crazy displacement. I love when trades have this type of displacement. It's just the best feeling in the world, bro. Honestly, seeing price displace like this feels like in the moment it feels better than when you actually hit TP for some reason. It's just because you know it's just gonna hit TP. I don't know how to explain that feeling. It's a very strange feeling for me. But anyways, that's kind of off topic. But yeah, that's about it for this day. And 11 o'clock hits, and we are done for the day. But yeah, continuation trade here. Well, reversal / continuation. Here's a clear example of a continuation trade, and then this is also a reversal / continuation. But yeah, great day. The next day, actually, we get nothing. Pretty boring. Okay, I think we went a bit too far. Way too far. I'm just going to briefly go over this day and show, even though we didn't get any trades, I'm just going to show the shitty price action so we can see, you know, to, I guess, just identify how to identify bad price action, you know, and when to and not to trade. So we have this prominent low here that we kind of failed to hit. I think we had an SMT right there at that low. So we did have an SMT there, so that's a great reversal point, which looks pretty clean on the higher time frame chart. We don't really have much higher time frame targets to hit. Asia's already taken out. London's already taken out. Same thing here on ES. If you go on the 1-minute chart, We already took that low out, and we should have got a model here, but this is pre-market. Once market opens, we move absolutely insane, bro. Look at this shit. This, I can't even read it. Like, you take a quick glance here, you can't even see any clear fair value gaps. No clear structure at all. It's just very shitty price action. A good move though we have right here is this reversal point. We have a very, a good manipulation leg here, and then a nice candle upward. But that's the only clean thing I could see about this day. There's absolutely nothing to trade. We don't even sweep this low here. Let's see if we have any like SMT. No SMTs or anything. Very shitty day. Yes, we did hit a 5-minute right there, which technically, like mechanically, could find some type of entry, but that's just very shitty. We haven't hit any key level or anything like that. There's no good targets to aim for. It's just overall a really shitty day, and you should definitely just stay out of days like these. Now, on to the last 2 days. The next trade was a break-even trade. Let's see. So, okay. Market opens around here. Price again looks pretty shitty. Actually, let's take this back to market open, because I see that we hit London low here. Hit that pretty quickly. Is that London low? Okay, yeah, so we hit London low. We already took London high. So looking for longs, any point around here honestly doesn't even seem too wrong. Of course, this is a fat fucking, down close candle. It's insane, almost 100 points off 2 candles. Actually, we probably did move. Yeah, we moved over 100 points on 2 candles. That's insane. So doesn't look like we get anything here. We have a 2-minute that we're inside of. There's a 3-minute as well. Most likely a 5-minute too. Oh my gosh, I should not have clicked the 4-minute. The 4-minute has been known to have issues on the replay mode for some reason. So we already hit the 5-minute. If anything, we can get continuations to the downside here. Yeah, price is just chopping here. There's nothing to be traded, okay? This looks like just like the previous day. Like, you shouldn't trade anything, okay? Honestly, you should just get off the charts if you see this at this point. But we do take out this low, as you can see. Like, look closely at this little range here. No fair value gaps to be found. It's just a chop fest. And then here we have a clear manipulation leg. We have a nice clean imbalance getting formed that we could possibly either respect or inverse. And we, not only that, but we also take another level out. We hit this recent low, and maybe there's an SMT or something. Okay, it doesn't look like there's an SMT, but we do hit a nice level there. So let's see. It does get inverse right here. Okay, this gap does get inverse around here, but very, very slightly gets inverse. I don't like that. Another thing, this took around 10 minutes to get inverse. Okay, how many? Okay, why did I measure it like that? Let's see. Yeah, almost 10 minutes to get inverse. That's insane. Definitely should not take this trade. This looks very shitty. Okay, price went back to being how it looked before, and as you can see, if you did, this definitely would have failed. So if you didn't get off the charts at this point in time, you definitely should have got off the charts like at this point in time. I didn't even take any of these. I didn't even take this trade because price just looks so shitty. But we eventually get, now this is a real manipulation leg. Okay, this got to be at least 50 points. This is like almost 75 points, over 75 point down move here. Very clear manipulation. Once again, we hit another target. We hit these recent lows. These relatively equal, not really relatively equal lows, they're just stack lows, I should say. Not much of a key level though. We do take liquidity out over here, but there's no imbalances. Okay, there's no 15-minute, to be spotted. There's no 30-minute. Okay, there's no hourly. There's no 4-hour. There's really nothing. Okay, so the reversal point is not that great. However, the price action at this point in time looks great. Clean manipulation. We have a 15-minute gap up there. I think it's unmitigated. Let's see. Yes, an unmitigated 15-minute. We do have a 5-minute. It's not unmitigated, but it still is a 5-minute up there. We have this last high that we had right there inside of that 5-minute along with OTE. So honestly, this 15-minute seems like a great break-even point or even target for that. But ideally, you probably should have just aimed for EQ around there. Okay, it's pretty dangerous, especially seeing how price action looks, to aim for anything higher than that. This already itself is pretty risky, aiming for OTE or even this high right there, but The reason why I can see this as being such a great target is because we have, yes, it's a 5 minute, not unmitigated, but still 5 minute. We have this high up here, and we also have true day open aligning all together very, very closely, so it's a great level. Clean V shape, bro. Stuttering again. The delivery on this trade was insane. Mechanically, the model should have been off this 2 minute right there, but this 1 minute looks too clean to not take this, okay? Very clear displacement. No need. I don't see a reason to wait for the 2 minute just to ruin your entry to be all the way up here, you know? This looks good enough, okay? Break even, definitely at this 15 minute. This is honestly just way too close. Again, we chop up just a little bit, and then we get very clean displacement towards the targets. And it actually does get hit. Oh, no. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, we edged true day open, and we also edged this high right there, which is pretty unfortunate. Let's see if there's like an SMT or something. Okay, it doesn't look like it, but yeah, that's the only trade I could see happening on this day. I don't even see, maybe there's a continuation to the downside here off this 5 minute. I mean, it just looked like such a shitty day, honestly. Not gonna lie, this doesn't look too bad. Let me see if this even played out. It's probably hit a break even, not gonna lie. Yeah, because we hit this low here. Okay, it did play out, but it just doesn't really look like anything too good, okay? Dang, I don't know if that's, I would count that. That's actually clean. I don't know why I didn't count that. And I'm not going too deep into that analysis. This is like been 4 weeks ago, so don't really give a fuck. Alright, next day. The final day, and I'm done with this video. Okay. Alright, so this day is, let's see the reversal point. So we hit, this is a very clean low. I like this low a lot. We have this fat imbalance that we completely filled. Actually, this huge 50 point imbalance that, yeah, we completely filled that. We also have an hourly imbalance right there. Let's see if we have anything on the 4 hour or anything. Okay, it doesn't look like it, but great reversal point at that. No SMT or anything, but it looks pretty clean. We hit OTE once again. Dude, this week has just been nothing but OTE, bro. It's insane. But yeah, this all happened pre-market, so you could have caught a move up here. That would have been dope, but I don't know why I use that word. What the fuck? That's so cringy. Why did I use that word? I've never used that word in my life. Would have been nice. Much better. Maybe you could have caught this market open move right when we inverse this gap. That's when market opens. And you could have caught longs there, but too risky for me to take. And plus, it's a 15-minute IFEG. I don't really know if I want to take that. We do end up hitting the target, which is London. We still have these highs available. I'll have to go on the 15 minutes to show you this. These highs right there. Honestly, doesn't look like much of a trading day, but we do end up seeing a nice retrace. Okay, we hit a 5-minute up here, and then we eventually hit this more discounted 5-minute. Didn't hit OTE like all the other trades, but we still hit EQ, which is amazing. And yeah, we have 2 1-minutes here, which kind of take a long time to get inversed, but we have multiple higher time frame inverses. We have this 2-minute that you could have took right there. That's pretty dangerous because I think we were in the 3-minute at that time. So you could have waited for the 3-minute right there, or you could have waited for this 4-minute right. Right, okay. Again, these 4-minute issues are insane. 4-minute IFG right there, and target break even right at that swing high, and the targets are, of course, the highs that I just previously showed. That's the only thing I could see happening. Once that's got hit, there's really nothing else to look for. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this week recap. This video probably isn't even that long, so that's good on my part, I guess. Instead of doing all the week recaps in one night, I'm just gonna do one each night. So tomorrow I'll do week 2 of December, and then the day after that, week 3, until I caught up. But that's gonna be it, and yeah, peace.